is Melvin, and I am glad you have accepted my request to interview you.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get started. So, my first question is, can you tell me a little about yourself?
Well, I'm Mel, by the way, and I'm a freelance art director. And pretty much what I do is in multimedia design, from those websites you see, portfolio, those stuff.
What are your strengths and weaknesses?
Well, if I have to say, I can go with my weaknesses instead. Is that, for one thing, I'm too meticulous in my designs that I take too long in finishing them. Second is, I guess there are times that I give up easily when the going gets rough.
Thank you. Have you ever encountered a seemingly impossible event to overcome? If so, can you tell me how you overcame it?
Well, yeah, there was this one time when I was in second year college, and it was for a film project, yeah. And there was this video now we had to do, this film now we had to create, where the storyline was, written by me, and I really thought that it was going to be the best one yet. However, the main issue there was that I became too overzealous with what I was doing. And I think that's one of the problems that I faced at that time, is because I alienated my friends, I alienated my workmates, because I thought I was the best. And since that time, think of it as I fell down so low because they all left me. The project failed terribly, and there were a lot of mistakes there. And after that time, it was like my creative depression stage, where I had to really grow out my hair, my mustache, everything. And that's when I started smoking, when I went on overdrive in drinking. So yeah, that's the biggest obstacle I've had back in college. And the only reason why I'm back to my roots, or rather back to where I started before that happened, was with the help of friends and family. And it's really no joke on how much friends and family do matter. It's because they really provide this emotional and spiritual support that we all need. And I'm really thankful to have them.
What is your greatest achievement in life?
Well, I think the greatest achievement I had in life, or I have in life so far, would be overcoming that creative depression I've had for a year. After that really terrible film project I've had. Listen, I was really, really down, really dark, in a dark place. And yeah, it was just after I overcame that, when I finally saw myself again, like my real self, that's when I felt so much happiness that, hey, I actually got through this very terrible time. That's what I can call my greatest achievement.
So, carrying on, for my fifth question, what do you know about the word zeal?
I guess in my case, zeal would be passion. How much we want to achieve things, how much we want to go beyond to get what we want. And I think that's what zeal for me is.
Do you see yourself as a person who incorporates the zeal virtue?
Well, can't say for sure, but I try to do my best to keep that in. Yeah.
I see. So, when in your life have you noticed that you have started becoming zealous?
Well, I said a while ago that there was this one time I became overzealous with my work, and that was a really bad thing. So don't be overzealous with what you do, because I was just like that with my film project 3 years ago, yeah, where being overzealous alienated my friends and workmates, made the project even worse. But if I had to say that where I had zeal was a year after my creative depression, when I wanted to improve myself, I wanted to be better. And yeah, that's the only time I get to say that I had zeal. And I'm sure that, I'll be honest, is that there are times that I do give up along the way, but it's the memory of those dark times, when that happened. And that's what keeps me going, that I shouldn't go back there.
Do you think zeal is a must-have virtue for students in general?
Well, to be honest, I think balance is an even more important virtue for all students. I mean, zeal is great and all, but if you just keep having zeal, that's all you're having, just the drive to, just the drive, but you also need something else to balance it out, more or less, like humility, because too much zeal will bring pride. Pride is very bad for making friends and doing projects, teammates, and all that. So I think throughout it all, it's not the zeal that's important, it's not humility that's important, it's not just one trait, it has to be all traits perfectly balanced. And yeah, just balance through it all.
What do you think does it take for someone until they can be considered having the zeal virtue?
Not, I think it's just, I think anyone has the virtue of zeal. Anyone can have it. So long as they have the drive to want it, the drive to keep going, the drive to keep moving. That's pretty much what zeal is, anyways.
In the near future, do you see yourself as someone who influences others in becoming zealous?
No, to be honest, I really don't think that I'll be someone who influences others to be zealous. Sure, if they ask for help, I'll do my best to help, but I'm not that kind of zealous person to show others that this is the way. Everyone has their own path in doing it. It's better to leave people with what they do, and if they ask you for help, feel free to help them.
So for my last question, but I think you already have answered this, but have you ever experienced an event in your life where being zealous is pointless?
Well, there were a lot of times where I started thinking that do I have to keep having this drive in doing what I do? I mean, what's the point anyways? And I really think the best way to counteract that thought is just thinking of what you can do. What you can do if you have the right passion for it. Because if you just keep putting in your mind that you can't do this, it's just pointless. What's the point of having passion? I think that's like the bane of all creativity, or the bane of all passion and commitment. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, so thank you so much for participating in my interview, and I hope to see you next time.
Yeah.